Hello everyone. Uh, in the last lecture, we have seen how to start working with the scheduling or classification and properties. I would like to continue for the same, and this time we are going to improve further so that we can find out how precisely we can extract some information from this BIM software, and that can be helpful in our construction management related activity. So the example which now last time we have worked with a very simple method, like how many bricks probably will be required to construct a particular wall, but that was not exact or accurate method. The reason was very simple. I was not considering the further detail, like the mortar joint which is there. So how much mortar you will be in need of, or because of that mortar, number of bricks which probably last time what we have calculated are more. So which was an incorrect see method of working. So let's try to improve that and make it more precise, accurate, so that you should know how this calculation can be made in the classification and properties, so that I can get the required information. For that, now try to understand. I'm going to talk about a very simple example. I'm going to construct a wall which will be probably of 230 as a thickness. So if you check out, this thickness of the wall is 230, which I'm considering. Length of the wall here I have taken as a see 3230 millimeter, and height 935. The reason behind that, you will say why 935 or something. um, it's just a kind of a thing, like normally when you construct a wall in one go, probably in a one day, a person or normally it is preferred to construct the wall up to 3 feet or 900 millimeter. And on the basis of that, I'm just trying to keep this equation very simple to understand. That's something what I'm going to see. So it's not what we are saying that we should only draw this much of wall. Nothing. You can just draw your normal floor plan, and you have to design a proper properties and implement them so that you can get the required effect or required information. So here, if I assume that this is supposed, these are my wall dimensions, and I would like to construct this wall, and that too also by using the brick size of say 230 by say 110 and 75. So this is my brick size, and the way I'm going to work for this wall is in the format of Flemish bond for the construction part type. Okay. Um, so if I use this particular Flemish bond concept, you can see the logic of stature header, and that particular thing will how this is how the wall will look like if the bricks are laid. And talking about the mortar joint, that is supposed to be 10 millimeter, which is we consider as a standardized. So last time when we have done the calculation, we have used only the brick size directly, not the any mortar or its additional size. But this time we are going to consider that also. So let's proceed further so that you can understand how we can start using this classification properties and get the information from this wall, that in totality, if you check out, to construct such particular wall, the number of bricks which you are in need of are 297. This is the actual bricks which I have drawn. Okay, so these are the actual bricks. And the one which you can see is sort of a blue color line. That was nothing but a ghost appearance of your wall. So for example, see, this is supposed to be the actual, this is the actual picture which I can see. So this is the wall I am talking about. Okay. So this is the wall, and I have said at present I have kept it as a transparent by using the glass as a surface, and inside that the actual bricks I have laid. Of course, the end and start is not finished, but ultimately, if you consider that half brick which is projecting outside on that side, the same will be consumed or will be utilized over here. So by keeping this entire calculation method, the number of bricks which I'll be in need of, they are supposed to be 297. Okay, so this is supposed to be the target. So let's see if I'm going to do this exercise with this particular wall by using the properties and classification. So how I can achieve this target, or whether I'm going to actually come to the similar figure, or if there are some any problems. Okay, so for that matter, we have to start working back to our floor plan. This is supposed to be the simple plain wall which I was talking about, and all these are supposed to be my bricks and the combination. So here you have to go inside the pull down menu options, and in the classification manager, we are going to define a new classification see system. Of course, last time you have made one, so you can continue with that, or otherwise, because this is a fresh new example, so I was actually defining a new classification system. So here, if I click on the drop down, and you can check out, they have written that as new classification system. So I'm going to give this name for the new classification system as a construction management. Okay, and you can have some description if you want to write about this. So the name is optional. Optional in the sense you have to give a proper name. It's not optional. Of course, you have to provide some suitable name, which will give you a particular clue for what particular what will be the ingredients of this system, so that you can implement them. Because it's a construction management related activity, obviously I may not be using this classification system for maybe presentations or some furniture related thing or something like that. So let's say okay for this. So this is my new system. In this new system, I'm going to add, you can give a right click also here, and you can just say that a new classification in branch. Okay, so here we will see that all these are supposed to be your construction elements. Okay, that's my ID. In that, probably afterwards, we are going to create one more branch, and for that, I'll give the name as a wall, because that's related to my wall activity. So you can see now the kind of a variation. This is a tree, this is a branch, and the leaf. So a kind of a hierarchy. So now this is supposed to be my classification system. Now I have to decide, when I'm going to implement this classification for a wall, what kind of a properties I would like to play with. And that's the reason the property manager button is available over here also, because for this wall group, what this wall group which you have designed, what are the different properties you would like to go for. Right now there is no not a single property. If you say all, that means what will happen, the properties from the other classification system, or what are the property manager carries all the properties, will get implemented over here, so which I am not in need of. So I'll just keep this for a while as a none, because I have not designed any new property as per my choice. From here, I'll say property manager, or otherwise, of course, you can say okay, and you can go back to the pull down menu options. From there also, you can go for the property manager. So I'll go for property manager over here. There are existing properties are already there in the list. Okay. I have selected the first property, and then I'm going to click the new. The reason is that my new added property should be at the top for my convenience, just to make it working comfortable. Or you can keep it at the end also. Afterwards, you can pick and drag and take it up down. So the order can be get managed. So not to worry about that. So I'm now going to see that I would like to start with a new, but what exactly the group, not the property. First of all, I'll decide the group. So what is the group? The group says that it's a brick quantity. Okay, so that's my name for the group. So this group will help me to define the brick quantity. I'll say okay for this. Now you can see this is how it is supposed to be placed. So if I want to take this at the first, I'll just pick and hold and drag it and take it at the top. So once I have taken this at the top, so these are the brick quantity option, and here I'll try to see now again with the right click as a new property. Okay, once I say new property, this time we will start working with the basic thing, that is how to define the brick size. Hmm? So that's my first thing which I'm going to talk about. So my brick can have a length, width, and height. So first property will be uh, brick see length, which will get added in this group obviously. Okay, and then here you can see the property name description. If you want, you can read about that, if in case this is related to brick so and so. The data type is going to be length, because I would like to express this in the length format. What are your current drawing unit system? The same units you have to follow. But remember, this works in a metric, not feet inches, as per my understanding. You can try that if you want. The value, by default value, which I would like to put over here was, say, 230, the length. Availability for classification, I'll say custom, then I'll click on the edit, and here I'll say you can check out. There's a construction management, construction element, and then there's a wall. I'll say okay for this, and you will see that okay, this is the this property will be utilized for this particular classification. Okay. Now the next one I would like to add is supposed to work with the duplicate. The reason is it's a same setting, only thing the wordings will change. So brick length, then I'll have a brick width, which the value will be 110. And the benefit was duplication, that I don't have to do all these repetitive things. And the next option was supposed to be one more time duplicate, and that was height. Okay, and that will be 75 millimeter, because my brick was supposed to be of this size. In case if you want to put different size, or you want to make a set of different brick sizes available, maybe the way we are talking about 230 thick wall brick, or 150, 100, so you can have that particular set also available, but that time you have to work with this option set concept that we will study with some coming example. So if you want, you can use that also, or otherwise this is something specifically I'm working for a particular brick size. Okay, so at present we'll be focusing on this. So just try to complete this much step, and then follow the next video clip.